and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot, and this the Libra Love Tarot reading for the week. Let's get right into it. Lovers, coming right out. The Devil, Three of Swords, and the Sun. Oh, these are your energies. They could be vice versa, but these are your person's energies. This is the love connection reading. 10 of Pentacles, Emperor energy, Knight of Wands, and Justice. A lot of major arcana cards. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. Still struggling to find a way to those greener pastures. Nothing seems to be working. Yeah. Wow. Let me just get my clarifying deck in my hand now, because this is a trip reading. Libra, you're coming in with lover's energy this week. You are feeling it hot for someone. Okay? They're consuming you. Like, you have a connection with someone and they're really on your mind. Let's begin to get clarifiers right away on this. Show me this Libra lover's energy, because I'm looking ahead at this Three of Swords, which is pure betrayal in this relationship. Show me. Empress energy. You're in love with somebody who is like your divine feminine, right? This is who they are for you, for them. 8 of Swords. They come with a 10 of Pentacles energy. So your person, you're coming in thinking this week about them and nothing but them. They, on the other hand, are busy, flourishing, doing very well. I'm going to say, I did do a toxic love reading. Check that out. I'm going to link that right here in this video for you, Libra. It should be at the top right-hand corner. Your person is coming in with 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords energy for you, which means that they're doing great right now. You know, they are thriving. Their money is up. Their health is up. Their fitness is up. They look good. They feel good. They got cash. But when it comes to you and this energy that they've had with you up until now, it's toxic. It's 8 of Swords energy. Just an inability to get through. 8 of Swords is a real feeling of, you know, no matter what you do, you can't do the right thing. You can't say the right thing. You're unable to move in any direction that doesn't cause strife, agitation, or pain. A lot of toxicity here, and I feel like this is in relation to you, Libra, in the sense that they don't feel like they can talk to you. Now, when you see them, you see the Devil. And they see the Emperor. You're arrogant to them. 10 of Cups. You may have been somebody for them. 10 of Cups energy. Love is here. Listen, Libra, this connection, it's interesting because you see the world, they see 10 of Cups moving in toward each other. Yeah, for you, this is your destiny. This is your soulmate. But nevertheless, you see the Devil there. And that's a feeling of darkness here. In terms of how you see them as someone who, how shall I put it? You see them as someone who may be dealing with some demons. I don't know how they could, though, because they seem to be sparkling and doing very well. And yet you see that energy with them. You may have dark energy associated with them in some way, Libra. But still, you feel like they're your destiny. Can very well be that you just see them as being bad for you because you're in love with them and yet they hurt you. 3 of Swords energy is the relationship here. So have they betrayed you in some way? So it almost feels as though, Libra, you feel like they're a temptress to you, right? They've become a temptress. They've become somebody that you associate just tempting you, playing with your heart. They see you and they're associating you with quite a lot of arrogance. This may be a relationship that is soured because there is a 10 of Cups here. There is love here. I think at some point they saw you as their, you know, final end all, like as someone they could have a life with. But let us see with this betrayal here. They do feel that you're very arrogant. They feel like they don't get much from you. You're coming across as Emperor energy. Listen, Emperor is Aries. You have Aries on the table, Capricorn, Gemini on the table. You have Libra on the table. These are some energies that you may be dealing with. This is your card, of course, showing up in your own reading. Let's go a little bit further. Knight of Pentacles popped out. I was almost not going to take it. Let me take that. Knight of Pentacles. It feels as though your person is on a move right now, trying to get something done. And here is your Nine of Wands again. Yeah, for some reason, you can't break through here. There is a block here. Your person is away. Your person has left. They're away from you right now. There's a distance here, Libra. You may be at a long distance with them. Okay? You may be at a long distance. And you are having some things are going on that are not good, right? There's feelings of betrayal or cheating energy here. They've moved on. They're away from you, and I think that you're feeling like they're away from you, and they may be with somebody else. Okay, they may be with somebody else or starting something with somebody else, and you're very heartbroken. No wonder you see them as the devil. And for you, you can't stop thinking about them this week. You're trying to move towards them. Why has this happened? I don't know. I'm not saying that it's your fault. In fact, you're the one who feels like you've been betrayed. I think this person kind of really hurt you, Libra. They may have hurt you. They may have, you guys may have promised all of this stuff to each other, but something happened along the line. They really didn't feel like they could talk to you. To you, this was your divine feminine. You wanted to make this person your partner, I feel, perhaps. It feels like it was a major commitment that was broken up, and they just split. They left and went on to be happy with somebody else. Three of Wands, you're still waiting for information to come in, and they're kind of living their best life. Knight of Wands energy and connection with this relationship, for them, they've made a lot of moves, listen, they've done everything intentionally, right? They went for what they wanted, Libra. They went for what they wanted, and it involved moving away. Yeah, it involved moving away. Some of them may have moved away for work, but ultimately they moved away and hooked up with somebody else. And I think that's the deep sense of betrayal. You have somebody here who really they wanted to get on with their life in some kind of way. And I don't think that you were really going to play a part in it. Sadly, Libra, I'm sorry, but there's pain here. And you're kind of like, really? Am I in this? Like, this energy here is like you're on your own again in the forest. It could be that you felt like this before you got with them. You may have been searching for a partner, Libra, hooked up with this person, thought it was a partner situation, and then boom, here we go. And I feel like you may have gone through this before, maybe a couple of times before, because it feels like you're right back almost where you always have been, which is kind of alone in the forest trying to find your way to greener pasture, to that happy ending. And you continue to be bruised and battered and have to fight your way to it because it's just not happening. I think that you've made perhaps poor decisions in lovers before. And this feels strongly, Libra, if you're resonating with this, feels strongly as though you've been through this rigmarole before. And it does feel very much like, man, not again. There's the sun that comes out for you. There's more information that comes in, and justice comes in here for them. These are possible future energies. It could very well be that your person gets some serious karma back quite instantly, but they are resonating here with a lot of, they're doing well. What can I say? I think this can also just be not so much that they cheated on you, right? I don't feel any animosity here from them. I feel as though it's like this. You guys were together. They were unhappy with you. She's there. That's how they felt with you. Right? That's what it felt like. Or perhaps even trying to speak to this person is what it felt like. It could be that you are the one who was very closed off. In either case, they were very unhappy and there was a definite problem in communication. I'm not sure that you were aware of it necessarily, Libra, because clearly you were happy, but they left. And of course, you see them, you hate them now. The devil is there. You see them as somebody who took advantage, somebody who really used you. Right. They do. Again, I think they left because they were unhappy. And when they left, they then subsequently, for some of you, absolutely hooked up with somebody else. This is Four of Wands, 1111 coming into them on the heels of them splitting, leaving, taking everything, putting it in the boat and going away, turning their back. And I think that's the source of your betrayal. That's the reason why you feel as though they stabbed you in the back. Because you're like, oh my God, you were just with me. But I don't feel like this was going on. I don't feel like this was a case of them running around behind you. I think the betrayal here is that they left. And you really thought that you guys were on the same page and you were about to move forward with this life. And they were like, actually, no, I'm not happy. And actually, I'm leaving and goodbye. And they're thriving and doing well. And they're really not turning back or looking back. It could very well be that they are the ones who end up getting married here also. This is karma coming in, but they haven't done anything wrong to you, Libra. This is the thing I want to say. Again, this is just a case of the heart wants what the heart wants, and they just weren't happy here. They didn't have the same feeling that you had about what was going on, right? And as much as it feels like a betrayal and you are still waiting for more information, I feel like you're still waiting on them a little bit to see what happens, but I don't see them coming back. They have been very passionate about their desire to move forward here. This was a very passionate desire. This is not something that they're going to come back on. It's a split. It's a breakup. It's a breakup, and it's a breakup with somebody that you now feel really betrayed by because of the fact that they broke up, and because of the fact that they broke up and then found somebody else. We have two earth spirits here, bear and buffalo, which is quite interesting. Grounding is definitely needed. The bear represents coming out of a spiritual hibernation, waking up. You're starting to wake up to the consequences of some actions, right? How your physical actions have spiritual consequences in your life. It could be that the way you approach this relationship, or as if this happened to you before, Libra, the way you're approaching these relationships is why they're not working out like this. And I think that now this animal spirit is coming in for you because you're beginning to awake to the fact that it's the way you're starting these relationships that they're ending like this. You may be starting these relationships with really shallow people. These are actually shallow relationships. There's no affection here. There's only the Lover's card in terms of, yes, you think about them and you had this lover's connection with them, but it also at the same time feels like it could have been a very shallow sort of, okay, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, or girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, we're this, and we're just sort of ticking the boxes and we're having a relationship because that's what I want and that's what I want to do. But there was no depth there. And I think that here you're beginning to realize that if you want something with somebody for some longevity, it's going to take some work. You have to develop some depth before you go there. You may be very quickly wanting something very serious with someone and not really allowing the time for it to develop, which is why your person is then felt very constrained and felt like they weren't able to get through to you or talk to you or sort of get you to understand. There's a feeling here of having moved very fast. In any case, this person, whatever was going on, they were very unhappy. And so this is an awakening you're having. And then we have the buffalo, also associated with a high degree of spirituality, but connected to the ground. The buffalo is extremely wise. Where the bear is just learning right now how his actions have consequences, and he's kind of coming out of this hibernation of understanding how the physical, his physical actions and things that he does and says affect him. The buffalo is extremely wise in this regard, but is able to tap into that wisdom and bring it down to the ground. So the ability to sort of ground yourself through wisdom, through experience, especially in difficult times, emotional times like this. All right, Libra, let me go ahead and pull out your spirits of darkness and light. Yeah, this is a bit of a heartbreaker. I feel for you, but unfortunately, at the same time, if somebody's unhappy, they're unhappy, and this person is very much moved towards love, right, with someone else. you know, with somebody else. I think at one point they did want a connection with you. That's clear here. This Ten of Cups shows it's clear that at one point, yes, they were on the same page with you, but something along the way turned them off, and it had a lot to do with the level of communication, how you guys were talking and communicating. You may have thought it was fine, but for them it wasn't. Feminine spirit, excuse me, spirit of the gargoyle and spirit of the child. So yeah, feminine spirit, receptive energy coming in, nurturing energy coming in. Right? Understanding. It's needed right now. Spirit of the gargoyle. Guardian, protector. Okay? Intimidation. Watch out. You know, take it for what it is. These are just some of the spirits of darkness and light that may be affecting your individual situations. Really just take it how it applies to you. And spirit of the child, innocence, immature, adventurous. Right? There may have been a level of immaturity here in this relationship that kind of caused this person to step off, you know? In any case, you guys weren't on the same page. Unfortunately, you definitely suffered what you consider to be a real sort of betrayal, a stab to the heart. And at the same time, I want to say that it doesn't feel like that from your person's perspective. It just feels as though they did what was best for them. And as much as they were unhappy and they really just needed to move on. I think whatever relationship they may be in now as a result or coming into as a result of moving on is purely accidental and has really come in out of nowhere. I don't think they left with the intention of starting another relationship, but it just came in for them as they went on in their life. So this is really a heartbreaker scenario, but unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. And unfortunately, at the same time, I don't feel like anything here was done with malice. At the end of the day, as I said, sunshine does come in for you. There may be at some point some clarity that comes in where you're able to sort of really see this for what it is and kind of let go of some of that dark feeling here from that betrayal, right? But it's going to take some time, all right? All right, Libra, I'm going to call this your love reading for the week. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. If you resonated with this, please hit the share button, comment if you want. You can subscribe to my channel. All of that stuff really helps me out. Cross watchers, thank you for joining me. And that's it. I wish you guys love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you at your next Love Tarot reading. Bye-bye now.